There are stories that are unique, stories that are sublime, stories that are out of this world. This one is all of those. This is Oz. He's an interstellar artist living in a parallel dimension on the planet Orid. He is lonely, but at the same time, happy. He loves to be creative with anything he discovers in the universe. It is his greatest passion. It brings him a joy he cannot describe. If you were to ask Oz what his art means to him, he would tell you it means everything. But he couldn't tell you why. The device around his head, made by his father, fills his body with solar energy and gives him the power to fly, explore the universe, and gather materials for his incredible creations and amazing inventions. If you were able to see them, you would say they were out of this world, and you'd be so right, for in many ways they are. One day, during his daily scavenging trips across the cosmos, Oz is suddenly caught off guard and finds himself being sucked into a huge wormhole. The wormhole is strong and pulls him, against his will, through many dimensions. Oz can do nothing about it. He is helpless. The wormhole destroys his ring and drains almost all his power. To his dismay, the wormhole brings him to planet Earth, to a limestone cave on the edge of Buxton. In a darkened cave on this new planet, Oz feels even more lonely and scared. He hears weird sounds and becomes even more frightened. People, many people. They're visiting the cave. Why? What have they come for? He doesn't know. He hides behind a rock and watches from a distance. With the last of his powers, he decides he can only do one thing. Fixing his eyes on the first person he sees, he transforms himself into a human. It takes him many years, but Oz adapts to Earth's environment and the behavior and emotions of humans. He eventually learns how to live as a human, and how not to be afraid of squirrels. He learns the language, gets a job in a warehouse, wins a promotion, then another. But all the time, as time drifts by, he has a strange feeling that something isn't quite right. Then it comes to him. He knows what this strange feeling is. It is a longing, the longing to create. He realizes he is missing his artistic life. He can't sleep. He loses weight. He becomes lethargic and morose. It was an illness. It had taken him, trapped him, kept him from being himself. He had heard of doctors. He had not needed one until now. He sought their help. Finally, after many visits, they unravel the symptoms. Depression. It made sense. Oz realized that when he transformed into a human, he also took on the illnesses which came with it. He just didn't think it would happen to him. He could not pretend anymore. He needed to create. His life depended on it. Oz needs to rebuild himself. He needs to reveal himself as he truly is, the interstellar space artist he once was. He needs to be Oz again, but Oz on Earth. Then, and only then, can he feel himself again. Unsure, he makes a plan and starts to work out how to go back to how he used to be. Piece by piece, creation by creation, and invention by invention, Oz starts to rebuild his kingdom. how the world will react, he will soon find out. Find out, 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 find out.